When news broke that Elon Musk offered Caitlin Clark a $10 million endorsement deal, the shockwaves rippled through both the WNBA and the broader sports community. Known for his unpredictable moves and larger-than-life personality, Musk's involvement in women's basketball was unexpected, but, in typical Musk fashion, bold and disruptive. For the WNBA, which has long battled for attention and financial stability compared to its male counterpart, this was a moment that could not be ignored. But almost immediately, as the headlines circulated, there was a collective moment of instant regret among league insiders, players, and fans alike. But before we proceed further, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Caitlin Clark, a rising star in college basketball, has become something of a phenomenon. Her ability to shoot from seemingly anywhere on the court, combined with her fearless play style, has drawn comparisons to some of the NBA's greatest sharpshooters. But beyond her skills, she exudes a sense of charisma and confidence that makes her the type of player brands dream of. Musk saw this, and as someone who has never shied away from high-profile investments in unconventional spaces, he moved fast. The $10 million endorsement offer, however, wasn't just about the money. It was about what it represented. For the WNBA, which has traditionally struggled to retain star power due to financial constraints, this offer was a wake-up call. On one hand, it was a validation of Clark's undeniable potential. Here was one of the wealthiest and most influential figures in the world essentially betting big on a future WNBA star. But on the other hand, it was a reminder that the league's financial ecosystem paled in comparison to what was possible outside of its structure. Musk's offer wasn't from the WNBA or one of its affiliated sponsors. It was from an entirely different world, one where the value of talent can be recognized with staggering sums that dwarf what the WNBA has ever offered its players. Clark, meanwhile, seemed to handle the attention with her usual cool. If there's one thing she's become known for, besides her deep threes and no-look passes, it's her ability to stay calm under pressure. This wasn't just another game-winning shot. This was her career trajectory taking an unexpected turn into the limelight. The smile she wore when asked about Musk's offer in interviews suggested she wasn't too fazed. But beneath that composure, there was no doubt a recognition of the magnitude of the opportunity. For Musk, this was another move that seemed to be equal parts strategic and mischievous. He thrives on unpredictability, often making headlines for his unexpected ventures, whether it's launching electric cars into space or shaking up the tech world with his various companies. Offering Caitlin Clark an endorsement, though outside his usual tech-focused moves, followed his pattern of recognizing potential and capitalizing on it. He's not a man who does things halfway, and this was no exception. The WNBA's instant regret came not because Musk's offer was bad for Clark. It wasn't. It came because it highlighted how much further the league has to go if it wants to compete for the attention and dollars that players like Clark attract. For years, the league has fought for visibility, often pointing to the need for more resources and larger audiences. While progress has certainly been made, Musk's bold offer underscored a harsh reality. The WNBA doesn't currently have the financial firepower to match what individual players can get elsewhere. Suddenly, the conversation wasn't just about growing the game, but about retaining the game's stars in the face of offers that, quite frankly, the league can't compete with. This isn't to say that the WNBA hasn't made strides in the right direction. Sponsorship deals have been increasing, and television ratings have shown steady growth. Star players like Breanna Stewart, Audra Wilson, and Sabrina Ionescu have become household names within the basketball community. But compared to the astronomical figures that flow through the NBA or other professional sports, the WNBA is still in its growth phase. Musk's endorsement offer, a staggering $10 million, wasn't just an endorsement. It was a challenge to the entire league's financial structure. Some saw Musk's move as a critique of the WNBA's inability to financially reward its stars at the level they deserve. Others saw it as opportunism, a billionaire swooping in to capitalize on a player before she even enters the professional league. Either way, it left a lot of people within the WNBA ecosystem feeling uneasy. While they were thrilled for Clark, there was a sense of helplessness, that the league couldn't do more to lock down its future stars with the kind of deals that would keep them in the league for the long term. One could argue that Musk's move will have ripple effects that extend beyond Clark herself. Other players in college and even in the WNBA are likely to see the value that someone like Musk places on athletes like Clark and wonder what opportunities might be out there for them. Endorsement deals in women's basketball have historically been a fraction of what they are for their male counterparts. Musk's $10 million offer just blew that norm out of the water. Suddenly, every WNBA star could be asking themselves if there's a tech billionaire, fashion mogul, or entertainment powerhouse willing to invest in them too. What makes this story even more intriguing is the timing. Caitlin Clark isn't even in the WNBA yet. She's still playing college ball, yet she's already commanding the kind of attention and financial offers that would make seasoned pros jealous. The WNBA, no doubt, is eager to have Clark enter the league, knowing that she could be a major draw for fans and sponsors alike. But the league also knows that it's entering a new era, where it's not just competing with other sports leagues for attention. It's competing with deep-pocketed individuals who see value in women's sports in a way that the traditional models have failed to recognize. And what about Clark? The endorsement offer puts her in a unique position. She hasn't signed it yet, and there's no guarantee she will. After all, accepting such a deal could come with strings attached, particularly when Elon Musk is involved. The tech mogul is known for his love of control and influence in the companies and ventures he supports. Would taking Musk's money mean Clark would have to play by his rules? Or would it simply be a cash infusion that allowed her to focus on her game without worrying about financial stability? These are questions she no doubt has to consider, even as she keeps up her sharpshooting skills on the court. At the same time, Clark's appeal isn't just about her ability to put the ball in the basket. She's a role model, particularly for young girls who see her as living proof that women's sports deserve the same kind of attention and respect as men's. Musk's offer, whether intentional or not, sends a message. Women's basketball is valuable, and the players who dominate it are worth investing in at a high level. This could be a turning point, not just for Clark, but for the entire sport. But here's where the WNBA's regret really sets in. This deal, and others like it that might follow, exposes the financial gap between what women athletes can command outside the league and what the league itself can offer. The WNBA has worked tirelessly to grow the sport, promote its players, and create opportunities for women in professional basketball. Yet, despite all that effort, it remains an uphill battle to keep the top talent within the league when offers like Musk's come along. It's not just about one player, it's about the entire future of the sport. In many ways, the WNBA's growth over the past few years has been a success story. But Elon Musk's $10 million endorsement offer to Caitlin Clark revealed just how fragile that progress can feel. In an instant, it wasn't about ticket sales, television deals, or sponsorship agreements. It was about the raw financial clout of someone like Musk and how the WNBA, despite its growth, still isn't in a position to compete with that kind of money. And while the league no doubt wants to celebrate Clark's achievements and the attention she's bringing to women's basketball, there's an undeniable undercurrent of fear that this moment might signal a trend the WNBA is unprepared for. For now, though, all eyes are on Caitlin Clark and her next move. Will she accept Musk's offer, or will she hold out for something bigger, something more aligned with her vision for her career? One thing is certain, whether it's on the court or in the boardroom, Clark is playing in a different league now, and the WNBA, for better or worse, has been put on notice. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. We thrive on your feedback, so be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Until next time, keep discovering and stay tuned.